So we discussed one case with hemisphere and the cylinder. This is one more case which is extension of the previous one. We discussed a case where there was a hemisphere vessel with cylinder surmounted by it, right, on top of it. This is extension. You have two hemisphere at the two ends and in the middle there is cylinder. Let's read the question. A solid is in the form of cylinder. Okay, so there is a solid which is in the form of cylinder, okay, with hemispherical ends. So at the two ends there is hemisphere. Hemisphere means half of the sphere, we know that. So hemisphere here and here as well. Good. The total height of the solid is 19 centimeter. So when we talk of the total height from this top end to the bottom end, it is what? 19 centimeter. So let's label it. Here up to this and up to this. So total height, that is 19 centimeter. Then height is done. And the diameter of the cylinder is 7 centimeter. Okay, so cylinder here. So seven centimeter. Find the total surface area of the solid. Good. So you must have got an idea that how we are going to do. We are going to get the same approach that we did in the previous sum, right? You get the sphere, then you get the cylinder, then again sphere. If you want to avoid taking hemisphere two times, you can use the simple logic. Okay, let's talk about the upper hemisphere, right? And let's talk about the lower hemisphere. If I connect them, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the complete sphere with what diameter? See, these ends are connected. So whatever is the diameter of the cylinder, same will be the diameter of these two hemisphere, upper one and lower one. So can I write here the diameter of this sphere will be 7 centimeter. Remember, we are talking about diameter, not about the radius. So be careful there. Done. So that is about the sphere. Let's start with the sphere only. Remember, I am using the word sphere here because this hemisphere lower one and this hemisphere upper one, I am combining it and making as a one sphere to avoid the repetition of the calculation, right? Or you can do as here as well, that you find the surface area of the lower one, then multiply with the 2. That will give you the same. 2 multiplied by 2 pi r square, that is 4 pi r square, and that is the surface area of the sphere. So let's start with the sphere first of all. So here sphere it is, and let's start with the diameter. So diameter is 7 centimeter, and we know that diameter means what? 2 times radius. So that is 7, and what's the value of radius? 7 by 2 centimeter. Simple. Now let's go for the surface area. So surface area here, surface area is equal to 4 pi r square. Why 4 pi r square? Because I am talking about sphere only. If you want to write here, I told you, let's say you take the surface area of one hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square, right? You must be thinking why? Because total is 4 and we are talking about half of it, so we are going to divide by 2, that is 2, and there are 2 of the same kind, so you multiply 2 2s will give you 4. So that is the reason I am finding the surface area of the sphere, not about the hemisphere. So let's substitute the value. 4 into 22 by 7 into radius is what? 7 by 2 multiplied by 7 by 2. Done. Now let's do the cancellation. Here 7 cut, 4 and I think 2 will cut, right? So 22 multiplied by 7. I believe that's we have done so many times. So answer is what? 154 centimeter square. Done. So that was about the spheres, hemisphere 1 and hemisphere 2. So if you connect this, you are going to get the sphere. Now let's come to the what? Cylinder. We need to find the surface area for the cylinder. Then we are going to add it. Simple, because when we combine these shapes, we are going to get this particular solid. So let's start with the cylinder. So cylinder it is. For cylinder, to find the surface area, we need radius and we need height as well. So for the radius, I think it's already given, diameter is 7 centimeter. So we are going to use the same concept, right, which is 7 by 2. So we can directly write here 7 by 2. If you want to do this calculation, go ahead, it's still correct. Now about the height, how to get the height? For that, see over here, this is the radius of the hemisphere, which is 7 by 2. This as well is the radius of hemisphere, which is 7 by 2. So if I remove 7 by 2 and 7 by 2 from this total 19 centimeter, then I will be getting the height of the cylinder, right? I remove the upper height, I remove the lower one, so whatever left is of the cylinder. So let's start. First of all, 19 here, okay, 19 minus 7 by 2 plus 7 by 2. So here 19 minus 7 and 7, 14 by 2. Okay, good. So cancel. 19 minus 7, which is 12 centimeter. So height of the cylinder is 12 centimeter. Now let's find the surface area. Here there are two surface area, TSA or LSA. Now think about it. Are we going to consider the top area of the cylinder or bottom area of the cylinder? No, because if we are going to consider, that will be close from the top and bottom, but that's not the case, right? So we will only find the curved surface area, which is CSA. Remember, so let's write surface area is equal to 2 pi r h. So 2 as it is, instead of pi there is 22 by 7 into r is 7 by 2 into h is 12. Okay, so 7 and 7, 2 and 2. So you have 22 into 12 to multiply. Okay, 12 here and let's say 22 here. Both will work out. 2 2s are 4 and 2 2s are 4 plus 2, 6 and 2. 264 centimeter square. That's the surface area of the cylinder. So we are done with the surface area of this hemisphere plus this hemisphere, and they will make sphere. Remember, so that's why I have given the title sphere. Find the surface area of sphere. Very simple, 4 pi r square. For cylinder it is 2 pi rh, but remember height is not given directly, so you need to do this calculation. Now let's move to the final step of the sum, surface area of the solid. So let's write surface area of solid is equal to, guess what I'm going to do with both of them? Simple, we just need to add them. So first area is what? 154. Second is what? 264. So here 4 and 4, 8, 6 and 5, 11, 1, 1 and 418 centimeter square. So surface area of this complete solid, where on two ends there is two hemisphere and in the middle there is cylinder, right? Remember the steps I used. This is same sum as we have discussed, but little extension. There is a one more hemisphere. So what I did, so I've connected two hemisphere and made one sphere. Then I find the area, then surface area of cylinder, then add those two areas and get the surface area of the solid.